In today's gospel, Jesus Christ tells a story about a vineyard and some tenants who were supposed to take care of it. Maybe here in our country we don't have a vineyard. Usually it talks about the grapes. No? And the owner of the vineyard trusted them. The vineyard, the tower, the wine press, and all they had to do was to take care of it and give the fruits back to the owner. But instead of being grateful, the tenants became greedy. And when the owner sent servants to collect the fruits, diun sa Manila, they beat them and drove them away. And finally, the owner of the vineyard sent his son. But instead of respecting him, they killed him. Jesus was talking about people who reject God. And the son in the story represents Jesus Christ himself. But mind you, this gospel is not just about people long ago. It is also about us today. Today, the Lord invites us to reflect on 3 simple lessons, something that we can also learn about. First, God has trusted us with many gifts. Think about your life as the vineyard. God has given us so many gifts. Our life, our talents, our intelligence, our friends, family, opportunities, and education. These are the things that God has trusted us. These are the gifts that He has given us. Maybe to our students, some of you are good in academics. Others are talented in sports, in music, in art, leadership, or even ang uban tingali, maayo kay sila magpa-smile sa uban who are having a difficult day. No? Look at your seatmate and share a smile to them. No? O, smiley po na inyong tupad, no? Yes, at least, no? Today, if they don't feel that happy or okay with your smile, hopefully, madasig sila, they will be lifted up. To our teachers, you have been entrusted with something very precious, the minds and hearts of your students, of the young. All these are gifts from God, but sometimes we act like the tenants of the gospel. We begin to think that everything is ours, ako aning tanan, and we forget the one who gave them. The season of Lent reminds us that everything we have, our abilities, our success, even our opportunities, is a gift from God, and these are entrusted to us. Secondly, God is looking for fruits. In the gospel, the owner of the vineyard expected fruits, but God also expects fruits from us, from our lives. Not grapes, but fruits like kindness, honesty, respect, responsibility, and faith. For students, these fruits appear in simple but important ways. Like when you choose not to cheat in an exam, that is a fruit. When you stand up for someone who is bullied, that is a fruit. When you help at home without being asked to do it, that is a fruit. For teachers, the fruits appear in patience, in dedication, and care for students, even when it is difficult. No bisan ugahi ug ulo usahay ang atong mga estudyante, but when we become patient and dedicated, that is a fruit. These are the fruits that God hopes to see in our lives. And the question that we can ask ourselves today is this: what fruits is my life producing? Unsa man ang mga bunga nga gi-produce sa ako ang kinabuhi? And lastly, in the parable, the tenants rejected the son. Sometimes we also see ourselves rejecting Jesus by ignoring him. We ignore him when we forget to pray. We ignore him when we treat others badly. We ignore him when we live as if our life does not matter or God is not present in our decisions. God is not there when we do some things. We reject Him. But the beautiful message for us, especially this Lent, is that Jesus never stops coming to us. He continues to invite us to welcome Him again into our lives. Bisan og usahay atong i-reject ang Ginoo, dili gihapon siya muundang sa pagduol nato. To give us hope, to give us His grace. Sometimes even when we are sinful, when we look at ourselves that we are in sin, God continues to approach us, ready to forgive us. So the question is, will we reject the Lord even when He loves us so much? Brothers and sisters, during this Lenten season, let us ask ourselves 3 simple questions. What gifts has God given me? What good fruits am I producing with those gifts? And is there something in my life that I need to change? Lent is not about feeling guilty, but it is about looking our lives that hopefully we have grown in our lives. It is about growing. God believes that every one of us, students and teachers alike, can become a good vineyard that produces beautiful fruits. And when we allow Jesus to guide our lives, those fruits will surely grow. Amen.